A lot of action on the Good News Cruise this morning. That's where we'll find Dr. Ray Garendi. That's where we'll find Ave Maria in the afternoon, Dr. Marcus Peter. That's where we'll find the Pop Checks, who will be on at 10 o'clock. Really, that whole boat, they've got like a bunch of people. The whole boat belongs to Ave Maria, and everybody on it is there. It's a 100% Catholic cruise. I think that's pretty cool.
Corporate Travel putting this together, and this is the 6th annual Good News Cruise for Corporate Travel. The first time they've got the whole boat, and doggone it, it's time for what a beautiful world, and we're going on the high seas. And our special guest for this particular segment, you're going to know her, I know her, being a big fan of all things Catholic radio. I'm excited to welcome today's guest live from the Good News Cruise. We have with us Katie McGrady. Katie is a national Catholic speaker, author of 4 books from Ave Maria Radio Press, and host of the Katie McGrady Show, a daily program on SiriusXM's Catholic channel. Katie also hosts the Ave Explores and Like a Mother podcast, serves as a consultant to the U.S. bishops on youth ministry, and frequently appears as a Catholic commentator on CNN. She lives in Lake Charles, oh my goodness, beautiful Lake Charles, Louisiana, with her husband and 2 daughters. I know everything on the boat is fantastic, Katie, but I got to ask you, oh my goodness, Andrea Bocelli, tell me about that. How fabulous was that?
Oh my gosh. We paid for an Andrea Bocelli concert and got a cruise. That's how I'm thinking of it right now. It was pretty remarkable. I'm speaking, and they asked, the speakers kind of hang back until everybody's seated. And so because we hung back, we ended up in like a box seat. So I could see Andrea Bocelli. I could have hit him with a spitball. That's how close I was.
Wow. You didn't, did you?
Oh, of course not. Of course not. I just took constant photos for my mom. But I could see when he was going backstage, like he'd sing a song and he'd head to the backstage. It was incredible just watching somebody with so much talent share his gifts that way.
That's amazing. So tell us some other things that are going on the cruise and highlights for you.
Well, it's kind of, think of it as Catholic conference on a boat out at sea. There's kind of a choose your own adventure. You can go to as many talks as you want. There's mass multiple times a day, but then it's also all the amenities of a cruise. So like, I'm going to get a pedicure in an hour. My husband had a facial on the first day. There's an awesome couple of pools. They've had cigar nights. You've got your wonderful balcony. Right now we're at port in Cozumel. So I think my husband and I might go try to find some Mexican ice cream later. It's just been such a great gift of formation. I went to an incredible talk the other day with Heather and Jake Kim, who are a couple of very good friends of mine. And like, they were talking about how to heal certain elements of your marriage that maybe you didn't even realize were wounded. So it's equal parts marriage retreat, Catholic conference, and an epic vacation. And then every evening they've had this stellar just entertainment. So I'll give you an example. Last night, my husband and I were hosting Catholic trivia, which turned into Catholic karaoke with Sarah Kroger and Matt Maher and Father Mike Schmitz and Jonathan Rumi. And we just kind of turned it into a party. And it was off the books, right? Like, this was kind of spontaneous, a speakeasy situation. You had to know it was happening. And people were walking past like, oh my gosh, is that Jesus from The Chosen singing Drift Away? So it's the perfect vacation. Like, I am hooked on the Good News Cruise now.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and again, we're talking about 6 years in, always split a boat up to this point. Now it's so popular that the entire boat belongs to Corporate Travel, belongs to the Good News Cruise. Just want to let people know, 75 opportunities left for next year's cruise. They'll be gone, like in the next 30 minutes. GoodNewsCruise.com, GoodNewsCruise.com. You just listed a group of names that were just at an event last night. That's not all the speakers. That's the group that you were hanging out with last night. There are a whole bunch more, and the same thing is true for next year. So again, GoodNewsCruise.com if you want to be a part of it.
So, Katie, how many, if you had to say how many speakers are there, or people that we would consider kind of the guests of that are doing all this stuff, how many are there? And then, like, how many passengers? Could you have a rough guess?
Yeah. So there's about, I would say, like 50 to 55 presenters kind of rotating through giving talks, which is, I mean, I'm thinking back to our production meeting. So how many people were in the room? And the talks are, so we've had talks on marriage, right? Like actual focused on marriage and couple life, but I'm giving a talk on the Pope tomorrow, right? Like kind of doing a little Catholic history and Catholic news. We've had beautiful moments of like actual conversation that's sparked with the speaker, and then they just kind of wander off after the talk into the dining hall with a group of people. So there's a lot of technical programming. Okay, this is what you signed up to hear, and then it becomes these incredible moments of connection and deeper discussion that really can only happen when you spend so much time with people literally on a boat out to sea. You have nowhere else to go. So these are the people to talk to, and it really is remarkable.
That's amazing.
And so many that are taking advantage of it. And it's just amazing how quickly this sells out with the entire boat like that. And, of course, marriage, as you mentioned, the primary focus, and there's a lot of couples there. What a beautiful way to escape, the winter, pretty much, and get aboard a beautiful cruise and enrich your Catholic faith at the same time.
I was chatting with one of the bartenders last night. We were just all kind of hanging out, and he had I'm sure you guys have seen these little plastic Jesus dolls that people toss around.
Everybody
In
needs
fact,
a little Jesus,
a little Jesus, yeah.
That's
And
right.
so I think it was actually an Ave Maria radio guy was like passing them out to the staff on the ship, and we were visiting, and I said, "Do you see this often? This ship a couple weeks ago was a country music cruise,
Right.
and now it's a Catholic cruise." And he laughed and he said, "Y'all are just so nice." And I mean, yes, Catholics, like, nice is not necessarily a virtue, but
Right.
that kindness and that not just tipping well, but like actually treating people with that joy of the Lord. Yes, we're all kind of being fed and ministering to one another, but there's also this great witness that it gives. And our cruise ship is pulling into port, and there's mass out. I talked to my daughters on the phone this morning, and I said, "Oh, Daddy went off to daily mass," and my 8-year-old went, "There's church on the boat?" Like, she didn't know that was a part of it necessarily. So it's I would highly recommend people consider coming, even if it's like, okay, I've got to save my pennies. This is a once in a lifetime vacation. You will not regret it. It's incredible.
And there's a lot of stuff for like singles too, right? So people that want to go and are not
Yes.
married, there's things that they can do too, correct?
Yes, and I've met single folks across the spectrum, some 21-year-olds all the way up to a few 60-year-old gals who came as sisters. They came with a group, and it's not necessarily like, okay, we're going to speed date on the boat, but yes, you can come with a group of friends. You can come and be fed, because these talks, yes, some of them are relationship focused, but there's a ton of content also just about being a good Catholic and living your faith and being virtuous in the day-to-day. I've joked with some of the corporate travel folks, I want to do a family version of this. Let's bring the kids next time. So I think
like
it's a
that.
great thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, neat. You can go to www.goodnewscruise.com and snap up one of those remaining 75 cabins.
Yeah, they're not 75 left now, I can tell you. So whatever's left, you want to get there now. Goodnewscruise.com. Katie McGrady, thanks for joining us. I know it's beautiful there in Lake Charles, Louisiana, but I bet you're enjoying it on the high seas right now. Thanks for spending some time with us.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys.
Bye-bye, Katie.